Oh, because the Whitey Show, the Whitey Show, the Whitey Show.
Whitey Show?
The Whitey Show, the Whitey Show.
Whitey Show?
I'm the review who loves to say son of a bitch. The same review who hates most Nintendo shit. I'm the one who calls games what they are. I even own a 360 and hate Gears of War. Guy who spends his money on games, fucking cars. Just a funny guy who became a YouTube star.
Watchmen: The End is Nigh is an arcade game, and it is for price for $20, which is high for an arcade game. Well, most arcade games anyway. And you probably are wondering, well, I like Watchmen, will I like the game? It's another movie game, it can suck. Well, with this game, they decided instead of releasing it by rushing it for the movie release, they release it in episodes, so less glitches and everything. And this is what we get, Watchmen. Now, is it good? Well, you're gonna have to watch the review to find out. The story is pretty simple. Either you pick Nigh or Rorschach, it doesn't really matter. They play together, as in the same time, same thing, everything. They're different movesets, of course, but we'll get to that later. In the story, basically, this guy broke out a bunch of prisoners, but no one really got out except for one guy, the big boss, and we have to go catch him. It's pretty simple. It's the same story in most comic book guys. You know, bad guy, we gotta go beat the bad guy up and put him back in jail. Or kill him if you're Rorschach. So, the story is pretty easy to understand, but with cool cutscenes in the comic form, it's worth going through at least once or twice. The graphics of Watchmen are actually pretty damn good. I'm talking about the actual graphics when you're playing are goddamn good for an arcade game and good for today's standards. The lighting effects are pretty good, and though I think it's a little too dark sometimes, all in all, the graphics look great, especially the models of the main characters. The comic cutscenes are pretty cool, though I feel they're a little stiff, and I think they could have done it Ultimate Spider-Man style and make it very fluent at times and still use it as comic form. But it works, and it tells a good story, so the graphics are pretty damn good. It's a beat 'em up. Simple as that. The gameplay is a beat 'em up game, meaning that you punch, kick, do a finisher, slam him with a weapon, throw him to the sidewalk, whatever you want to do, that's what it is. Can it get repetitive? That's up to you. As I said in other reviews, that's all up to a person's opinion. Me, I didn't get too repetitive because I like the movesets. Basically, there's a difference between, you know, normal attacks and strong attacks. That's in most beat 'em up games, and you use them to combine different attacks. It's pretty obvious. You also have finishers, which look absolutely kick-ass with both Rorschach and Nigh Owl, though I think Rorschach has more brutality moves and just looks more badass in the end. The gameplay's simple. Usually you beat the shit out of an enemy, move on to the next area. You also have a little puzzle such as pushing a lever to open a door, Nigh Owl lifting up a door to go under, or Rorschach, you know, jumping on building and opening a door, so on. There's simple puzzles, and really, there's not much more to it than just beating up an enemy. Now, this may not sound like it's worth money for someone, but for someone like me, I did enjoy it. Now, this is the good and bad. There is co-op, but only local. This was a big opportunity to put co-op online to make this game even more fun. Playing with a friend online is a lot more fun than telling your friend to come over, come all the way from his house or work or job or school or whatever. I already said job twice, whatever. Come over, play the game just to beat a level. It's not too fun. Going online, your friend has a game, you had a friend, hey, let's play a little, boom, one level over, alright, we had fun, move on to another game. That's more fun than having your friend run over and play with you. Having both options, both online and offline, would have been better. So that's a big fault in my opinion. It could have really, you know, enhance the gameplay, but it's still a fun game, and if you like beat 'em ups and you like Watchmen, I think it does a fairly good job of capturing both of those. Now, though I said co-op is a big fault in my opinion, don't get me wrong, I did enjoy it. I did love finishing off enemies with some brutality moves, such as snapping neck, slamming them on the ground, hitting them in the balls, or repeatedly hitting them in the head with your head. It's very cool moves to finish them off with. Also, just punching, kicking, blocking, counter-attacking is all fun, and I had a great time playing for the 2 hours that I played. Seriously, the game is very short. I understand they're episodes, but a 3 to 4 hour episode is better than a 1 to 2 hour. I mean, there's even an achievement to beat the game in 80 minutes. That is an extremely short game, even for an arcade game. Now this is pretty much a big fault too for a lot of people, spending 20 bucks for a 2-hour game, and if you want to get all the achievements and being both campaigns, 4 to 5 hour game, it's still a short game. This to me was another fault, and I wish it was longer. And I understand it's episode content, but that doesn't mean you can't even get 4 or 5 hours out of an episode. You know, a 15-hour game after 3 episodes is definitely worth the $60 in my opinion, but 1 to 2 hour for 1 episode is not too good. I still enjoyed it, I had fun, but next episode hopefully it's at least double the length, if not triple, and has online co-op. But in the end, it's still a fun beat 'em up, and after watching Watchmen, you'll probably have more fun playing or reading the comic.